So after meeting with churches, schools, and businesses, you want to determine the involved stakeholders who all should be involved in this change and reform. Then inform the community as a whole of the change, give them opportunities to consult, involve them, and collaborate them, and finally empower them to embrace the change and benefit them and their community. Overall, you want to focus on issues that matter to the community as a whole, especially those diverse, underrepresented members of the community. Next is my extension, applying my content knowledge to my current school district and future as an administrator. So, familiar characteristics that I saw throughout the videos and research that we have at our school. We actually are celebrating tomorrow, Diversity Day. It focuses on understanding each person's uniqueness. That's if they are white or black or Muslim or Catholic, wherever their background comes from. We also have in the past had growth mindset trainings and ability to question and think outside of our norm. Our district has multiple ESL and ELL, English language learner certified teachers. Currently, we only have one actually teaching ESL because of the limited number of students who speak another language. District policies we have currently that kind of go along with multicultural and diversity and understanding the inequalities that they face are a non-discrimination policy, migrant students. Our district, we have a number of students who come up from Mexico for the spring and early fall because their families are involved with the apple orchard. So they see the ESL teacher, and they also receive several other services. Unlawful harassment policy, educational stability for children in foster care, as well as a policy on homeless students. We also have a facilitator that is a teacher who establishes resources and connections for students and families that are homeless. Currently, our district has only 2 families that are receiving services from this teacher at this time. Our district also offers a multicultural diversity class that high school students can take and put in their schedule. And we also offer a range of clubs and groups and other organizations that help celebrate uniqueness. Those are from a transgender group to SAD, which is Students Against Destructive Decisions. We have Tattoo, which is Teens Against Tobacco Use, and a number of others as well. Application of the content knowledge. When I become an administrator, my plans include the following. So I would like to give students an actual staff training on cultural diversity. So the TED Talks, something similar to those, that was a great starting point. That would be a great way to introduce my team to cultural diversity and what our school is currently lacking. Creating a diversity/inclusion board member. That is something we don't currently have on our school board, and I think it would be very beneficial to those important decisions that are being made. Giving parents in our community surveys on what their current needs are and be able to include and adapt that into our district as a whole. Create more multicultural courses that allow students to see the overall global picture instead of the small rural community that we live in. I think it's hard once students leave our high school and they go to a bigger university. All of the eye-opening and different people that they meet, it can be hard for them to understand and not have some sense of bias. Creating a yearly assembly an entire day that focuses on diversity and our uniqueness. Doing the same with Heritage Day. I currently never have really dove deeply into my heritage, but this definitely made me want to do so more. And I think the students at our school should definitely have that opportunity to really understand their backgrounds and know where they come from. It's so important to knowing who you are as a person, and I plan to do so more based on this assignment. Ultimately, I've seen through the content that nothing truly does replace genuine interaction with students and getting to know them and communicating and having that discourse and that positive relationship. I think that is the overall biggest thing that allows you to gain knowledge and content when it comes to students, their beliefs, their backgrounds, and so on. Finally, my standard correlation to the standard. This assignment submission demonstrates correlation to the course learning objective. It does so by creating data and research that suggests that inclusive and multicultural learning environments and their necessary place in our schools and classrooms. As an educator, it is my duty to be that advocate for all of my students, not just some of them. Relevancy statement. So this assignment was relevant to my current learning because living in such a small town, it is hard sometimes to see that global picture, but this assignment allowed me to do so and to look beyond my small community and to see what is to come in the future. I think it's a huge step. There's huge steps that the world as a whole is taking, but I think our county, Bedford County in Pennsylvania, can definitely do a better job of showing that equality for all students and citizens, not just the traditional American that we're used to seeing. And finally, my personal reflection. This presentation impacted how I plan to view and make judgments about my future. This will influence my future conversations with my students and families, and to remember to take that extra time to question and ask those meaningful questions about their background, to really get to know them and to make accommodations that they need within the classroom. This assignment, it definitely gave me the opportunity to dive deeper into my own background, which makes me want to do the same thing for my students now and in the future. And my works cited. Thank you very much for your time.